Hey guys, I figured I'd show you how I do some listing on Amazon. Show you what I got going on right now. Turn this around. So right now I'm listing on Amazon. I got some inventory that I'm uploading into Amazon's inventory right here. And I've got what I call my POL system, point of list is what I call it. And I've got it right here in my garage. And I'm going to show you how I use this. I'm going to show you why I bought this and why I invested in this equipment and the software right here, and show you what right now what I'm doing is I am listing some shirts, Nike shirts. I've got some backpacks. I've got some chaps shirts right here. And I just got done entering these 3 Nike shirts, and that's Under Armour. A couple other products there that I found at Staples. Even these Hawaiian singles to go. Each one has its own little barcode label. Same thing with this Country Time right here, selling those. I've got some Combat Roach bait. This is actually Dove shampoo, or no, Dove body wash. It's and I created a bundle. This is a set of 3 Dove body washes that I put in a poly bag. I put a label on it that says sold as a set, and then my barcode. I've got an Under Armour bag here. This actually is really, really nice. I've got a knife set for fishing. I've got some toothpaste. Again here, I created a bundle of 3. I got these at the dollar store for $1 each, and they're selling on Amazon for $10 each. So I have my sold as a set. I've got my sticker. I've got some more Nike products, some shin guards, gloves. These here, I got 5 pairs of these Vapor, what are these? Vapor Max Vapor Jet gloves. These I get from a wholesaler. I actually am writing a guide on how to find a wholesaler to buy Nike products from, and also how to get ungated on Amazon to sell Nike products. I've got some more drink mix here, and then up here I've got a lot more Nike shirts. I believe that there's some Under Armour. Yeah, there's an Under Armour shirt. A couple of them there. These are nicer ones. I think this is chaps. Yeah, I got a couple of those. So I've got to finish listing those clothes up there. These on the table I already did. So those are already done. And this is my second shipment that I'm creating today. I'll show you where my first shipment is. These 4 boxes right there. That box and those 3 boxes is a shipment I did this morning. That box is a box that I sold on Amazon that I'm shipping out tomorrow. And in case you haven't seen it yet, this is my garage that is turned into my warehouse right here. So, oh, check this out. I got this today. D Signs in Allentown did this for me today. It's perforated, so you can see right through it. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, just go to YouTube, type in Residual Hustler, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and because I have videos on my YouTube channel of how I do this. So, but I figured while I'm doing this, maybe I'll show you guys how I list. Oh, I've also got some mystery boxes here. These are cosmetic beauty mystery boxes that I sell for 20 bucks each on eBay. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to pick, let's see, which one should I pick? Is this a shirt? Let's pick this one. Let's pick the Under Armour one. So I'm at here on my computer, and this is why I bought this system here. I've got my software here, and right now, let me see where I'm at right now. I have 17 SKUs that I entered so far. Total of 67. Oh, this is touchscreen. I gotta be careful. Total of 67 items. The sales rank is 110,000. Sales rank, the lower that number, the closer that number is to 1, the better. Right now, a retail value on Amazon of $13.31. My total buy cost so far, $481, and my total profit so far, $398. So my net profit so far is 30%, and that's where I like to stay, is around 30%. So let me show you what I do. Let's see. First, I get rid of my hanger, and these hangers, some of them from Ross, Marshalls, they'll let you keep the hanger. So I keep my hangers, and I put them here in a box. So I've got a bunch of them, because I hang these up so they're not sitting on the floor anywhere. So I've got 2 tags here, okay? And this tag here, you can see MSRP is $35 or $75. You can see I paid $26.99. Now, if anybody who's in retail is watching this, you know MSRP is just a bogus, stupid made-up number that nobody would pay. So I'll show you what I do with that. But what I do is I have a scanner, and I'm going to put my cursor right up here, right there. So when I scan this barcode from Under Armour, it's going to show up. So watch, I'm going to scan it, and I'm going to show you my screen. And there it is, automatically. So this is Amazon's listing right here. So that's the one I want to jump on. Somebody already has it listed. This isn't like eBay where you have to create a listing for your item. This is one that's already on Amazon, and I already knew that when I went to purchase it. So I'm going to click on select, and now I just fill in the information. I've got one. My cost is $26.99 right there. I got this from Ross, which I have here. There's no expiration date. It's not food. It's a new item right here. And normally, and I don't see one right here, but normally there is the other sellers right here. So, and here it says original price $75 right there. I can actually go on Amazon. I can click on that little icon right there, and it's going to take me to the Amazon listing. And there's the shirt. There's the listing. Now, this is going to, oh, what do we have here? Okay, so there's one seller, and it's Amazon right here. And they have it listed for $56.99. This is funny because when you look at the Ross tag, it says comparable $56. I bet that's what they compared it to, is what it was already selling for on Amazon. That's more the true number. So this is actually being sold by Amazon, and let's see, one other, what is that? This one's being, this says $55. And this is another third-party seller right there, so that's somebody else. And I don't know why it's not showing the amount that they have, because I have Keepa. So, what size shirt is this? This is a large, so I'm going to put in large right there. And then it'll tell me up here, it should calculate this. Why is it not calculating? Well, we're going to put in Amazon. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is another little bit of Chrome extension that I subscribe to. So I pay, just to give you an idea, I pay probably about maybe $300 a month in subscriptions for software, for things like this called reseller. So I'm paying roughly $300 a month for subscriptions to have the information that I have. So right here, $55.90. If I put in my cost of 26.99. Hold on, my fingers aren't. 99, and I hit enter. Come on. I may have to refresh my screen. I can't get rid of that. Oh, there it is. Okay. So $55.90 is what Amazon's selling it for. My cost $26.99. So my profit after fees, you can see this says net, And there's my fees right there when I scroll over the word net. So my profit is $15.32. So 57% ROI. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So now I know that this is the shirt, and I go back to my software, my inventory lab, and I'm going to price it. I'm going to leave a price right there at that $50.99. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do $55.87. So I can come just a hair below Amazon. If you stay within 2 or 3% of Amazon, lower, sometimes they'll share the buy box with you, which is the box that you see when you go on Amazon to buy something. So if I'm just a couple pennies lower, Amazon usually won't lower their price to beat mine. So, and then I click add to batch and watch what happens. There's my label. Now I want to print one more label, and I'm going to show you why. So now I've got 2 labels. So why would I print 2 labels? Well, let me put this phone down. I'm going to show you why. Let me turn this around. All right. So I've got to cut off my tag here, which is the Ross tag. So I gotta cut that off because you don't want the customer to see the Ross tag. So I cut that off, and then if you remember this little $75 thing right there, I take that off because I don't want them to see that. Even though we're selling it for was it like 56 bucks, I'm still going to take it off because I use a repricing tool, and the repricing tool actually moves the price around for me based on what Amazon is doing and maybe, you know, competitive against other sellers. So the price may go higher than that. I don't know. So now I've got it taken off. But what I do with these 2 labels that I have here that I printed out, I put one of these labels right here. Now I have to polybag this. Let me move this camera around here again. All right, I can't just put this in a box like this and ship it to Amazon. Okay, it's not going to do that. I have to polybag this. Amazon says, hey, polybag this. So remember, I've got one tag, one sticker on here, so I'm going to go and I'm going to polybag this, and you should be able to see me. You recognize that thing on the table? That thing works great. Not bad for 10 bucks. So I've got it nice and folded, and now I've got a poly bag. So I've got a bunch of poly bags, and these have the suffocation warning labels on them here. And this is a 11 by 15 bag that I use, and I use a lot of these. All right, so now I've got a poly bag, but I need, let me move this up a little bit here. I've got a poly bag, but I need to do one more thing. I need to add that other sticker to the bag. So you can see right now it's poly bag, nice and neat. There's my sticker on the tag inside. I'm just going to put another one right on top. Now, why would I do this? I didn't do this for the longest time, and I started doing it a while ago. I saw another seller on YouTube, and they sell a lot of clothing, and they said that they use 2 labels for their clothing or anything that they polybag. And I kept watching, and the reason being is when you buy this, say you bought this shirt and you got it home, you take it out of the poly bag, and what do? You throw the bag away. Well, when you're throwing the bag away, you're throwing away the sticker, okay? So what happens if you try the shirt on and it doesn't fit, or you don't like the way it looks on you and you want to return it? So when you return it, you're just going to throw it in something, you know, whatever you got laying around the house. You're going to be able to go to Amazon. It's going to print out a return label for you. And then you're just going to throw this in a box or whatever you've got laying around and ship it back to me. Well, you already threw away the poly bag because you destroyed it when you opened it. But when this gets returned back to Amazon, they're going to scan this sticker that's still attached to the shirt and go, oh, okay, this belongs to Tom. Now, would it be linked to me because they know where you know, they bought it through? It would. But it just makes it so much easier when you have that other tag on the clothing, because now the label, the Amazon SKU label, actually sticks with the shirt itself. So, but that's all I do. That's all I do, and I do that, and then I go and I throw it on the table right there, and then I do another one. So, you know, I've got, let me show you here. I've got these to do yet tonight, and I've got these to do yet tonight, and I've already got a bunch here. So, but let me tell you something. This thing here, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but for 10 bucks on Amazon, it helps me that when I polybag these shirts, it looks nice. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks better than what I could do folding. So, but you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you one more. Let's do this big one here. Let's do this one. Let me put this down. Let me turn this around. All right. So this is a, who is this made by? I don't even know who this is made by, but whenever I see something in the store that looks kind of cool or different, I always scan the barcode with the Amazon Seller app, because you never know what it's going to be going for. I'm just looking for a manufacturer label. I don't see one. But you can't send this in to Amazon just like this. So I'm going to show you what I do with this as well. Let me move this over here. All right, so put this over here. So I've got the 2 tags again. I've got my Ross tag, and I've got my other tag right here, and I'm gonna scan this one right here. All right, so let me show you what showed up here. Let me turn this around. So I scanned this barcode with my scanner, and I paid $9.99 for this. And when I scanned it, it came up in my software. That is Amazon's listing right there. Now this is the rank of 14,000, which is very good. 10 offers means that there's 10 other people selling it. So I click on select, and let's see. So I want to sell. Oh, let me input my information first, because you can see my $26.99 is still there from the previous one. So I'm going to put in my buy cost of $9.99. Let's do today's date, which is the 9th. I got this at Ross. Here's the Inventory Lab, which is a software that I use and makes their own SKU based on the information I gave it. It's new. So, okay, keep in mind, I paid 10 bucks. And when I go over here into the inventory, these are people that are selling it fulfilled by merchant, which means that they're keeping this bag at their house, and when it sells, they're shipping it from their house. FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, is people like me who go and ship this into Amazon, and when it sells, Amazon ships it. So I'm looking here. If I sold it at the $32.99, I'd make $7.48 profit, which is an ROI of 74%. It's starting at $37.76. You can see people jump on and they sell for a little bit less. Then this guy here, he's an idiot. He just dropped it down a couple dollars. It's called price tanking, or tanking their price, is when you just jump on a listing and sell it cheaper to make a little profit. Whenever somebody does that, like I said, I don't want to make much profit. So, but I'm going to click on Amazon right here. And here's the product right there. And I can see, yeah, here we go. This guy here who's selling it for $32.99, $32.99, $32.99, $32.99, $32.99, $34.99, $37.99. Let me show you the difference between these. This guy here says sold by this gentleman. It says just launched. Okay, just launched means they just started selling on Amazon, so they don't know any better. This guy here, same thing, just launched. So they just started selling on Amazon. They don't know anything. This one just launched, a newbie. This one here, 100% positive. He's got one transaction. I don't even know who's on here. I see some friends of mine. Oh, hey MG, how you doing, buddy? So this gentleman here, it has only made, he could have made a couple of sales, but he's got one rating, and he's tanking the price. Okay, this guy here just launched, which means he's brand new. Okay, now you can see a little bit more experienced seller. He's been selling for over 12 months. He has over 11,000 ratings, which means he's probably sold, you know, a couple 100,000 products. He's staying higher at the $34.99. Another one down here. This one's been selling for over 12 months. He's at 37. I'm going to probably stay at like $34.99. Why would I not go down to the 32? Because these newbies are so new, they price it low. So guys like myself and guys like this person here will keep it priced a couple dollars higher. They'll wait for these few guys to sell out. They probably have maybe one of these. They'll wait for them to sell out. And then when it comes back up again after those 4 or 5 sell out, it'll be at $35 again. So that's how I determine what I want to sell it for. So I'm going to go back to my software, and I'm going to change that $32.99 to, let's do $34.99. And you can see that my profit goes up from, what was it, $7 to $9. ROI goes up to almost 92%. So this one, I want to click add to batch so that I can print my tag. There's my tag. And I'm actually going to print a second tag right there, because I want to put one on here, right there, and then one on the poly bag when I do it. Now I've got, for these bigger items like this, I've got these, let me show you. I've got these ginormous, let me show you this here. These bags are huge, meant just for this, right there. That'll fit in there. And if needed, I can always put it in one bag and then put a second bag on it and then put some clear tape. But this already says ready to ship on it, like that. So, but I'll end up putting it in here, and then I'll put another sticker on this poly bag. So keep in mind, when you send stuff into Amazon, if you've ever watched any kind of documentary or anything on Amazon and their warehouse, you will see that their warehouse, everything goes on conveyor belts. It's dirty and everything. So I've been in retail for 32 years, and I know that it's all about presentation. So I polybag a lot of stuff that people normally would not polybag. And I'll give you an example. This Slim Pro right here, this box, I polybagged it. Okay, it's brand new. I put on 2 stickers. I put one on there, and I put one on the bag. Why would I polybag this? I'll tell you why. Because this is all white. It's all white, and there's a lot of white all around here. Imagine this being thrown in boxes in Amazon's warehouse and being thrown on conveyor belts that are dirty. And when the customer gets this, all this white and everything is just dirty, gross, disgusting. I've got 2 more here. I polybag these as well. So that's not the presentation that I want for the customer. So I polybag this stuff to keep it clean. Literally. So these here I polybag because they're in sets. Now, this already had a polybag here when it came from the wholesaler that I buy it from, but it had the wholesaler's sticker going right across here, and I didn't want that on there, so I took it out and I put in my own polybag, and I've got my sticker on the product, and I've got my sticker right here. So things like this you don't need to polybag, obviously. Things like this you don't need to polybag. You don't need to polybag this. I don't need to polybag these. But I'll show you what I've got here as far as polybags. Is I've got the huge polybag, which is the one there, and then I've got these containers. I actually got it to Walmart. I got it to Walmart clearance section. These plastic like craft containers, and these are the sizes that I buy. And I buy these on Amazon. It's just a regular clear poly bag, but you need to have. Let me show you the suffocation warning on the bag right there. Okay. If you don't have the suffocation warning on the bag, you need to maybe create a sticker or a label that gives a suffocation warning like this. So for the first couple of years, I just printed my own stickers and bought black bags that were plain without it because they were cheaper. But now, I mean, these bags are like, because I buy it in like 500 or so at a time, it's like pennies. It's like 2 or 3 cents per bag, which becomes nothing. So I put on the suffocation warning label is already on there, and all of these have them. And then what I did was I bought these sold as set stickers, which I put on just like this, because when I first started, I was making sold as set stickers, and I was actually doing it on my Dymo label printer here. And they were white and they were in black and everything to print, which was not bad looking. But to me, it goes back to presentation. This looks a whole lot nicer than another tag that I had that was like that, but it was white and it said sold as a set on it, or do not separate. So to me, this looks more professional. It looks nicer. So does it cost more to do that kind of stuff? It does, but it's pennies in regards to the customer experience. I mean, you know, if anybody has been in retail for years or at all, you know, they know that it's all about customer and the presentation. So, I mean, I've been in retail for a long time. Before I was in retail, my family's business, I worked at a restaurant, and I was a prep chef. I would prep, not a prep chef, I would prep a lot of food for the chefs so that when it came time when somebody ordered that meal, the preparation for the meal was pretty much already done, and I just had to get what I did and finish it off. But and they made it look as pretty as they could, you know, for the person getting ready to eat it. So I go that extra step to do that crazy kind of stuff and polybag stuff that most people don't polybag. Another thing that I polybag that a lot of people do not are books. I don't sell a whole lot of books anymore. I used to sell a lot of books when I first started in 2015. I think I sold a lot of books 2015, 16, and 17. And I would polybag even the used books. Because again, you know, I would clean the cover off, make it nice, clean as I could. and then I would put it in a poly bag, and that way I knew that it stayed clean between when I got to here, to Amazon's warehouse, and then to the customer. You know, keeping it clean the whole time. I watch a lot of people, like there's one gentleman that I watch on YouTube called Reezy Resells. If you want to learn more about what I do, I learned a lot from a guy named Reezy Resells, and he does close about $100,000 a month on Amazon. And he, in the beginning, did a ton of books. And now this is going back, I think, like 12, 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. And he never polybags any of them. So, you know, he's pumping out so many books, I can understand why he doesn't want to take the extra time or the extra step. But when he talks about his background, he's never actually been in retail, like selling like face-to-face to a customer. And I know that presentation is everything, so that's why I do it. So call me a little crazy, but that's what I do. And I have very, very few returns for like damaged goods or not as described, you know, kind of stuff like that. The little drop down menu that when you return something on Amazon, little drop down menu gives you like 7 or 8 different things of why do you want to return it, kind of thing. I have very little returns, which is good. So, but that's it for now. I don't know how long I've been on. I don't even know who's still on here, but I have, you know, people that reach out to me that are curious about this stuff. I have people in my Facebook group, my Residual Hustler Bolo group, that when I go and I buy these things, they, you know, I'm posting in there what it is that I'm buying and showing them how to package it. What I just did was I showed you the shirt. I just prepped it for Amazon, so that when Amazon gets it, they scan it with their scanner, and it goes in a box. It goes into a slot into their inventory. When it gets sold, Amazon picks it, and ships it, packs it, and ships it. So, but if you want more info, just visit the website residualhustler.com, and I'll show you the latest cool thing that I got today. I tell you what, I never planned on teaching any of this until about maybe 2 or 3 months into coronavirus, and people were sitting home, and I started having people reach out to me and go and say, "Hey Tom, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How do you do this? Can you teach me?" I even now do consulting with people where they'll pay me for my time, and I'll go to stores with them, and I'll physically do the work with them so they can see it physically in their hand. We'll go store to store. This is for people that are local, and teach them what I do. So, but let me show you. You know, I started a YouTube channel to help teach this to others, and I just got this done today on my car. Right here, it's perforated so I can see through it. The YouTube channel, Residual Hustler. So hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. So that's my car. This is my fun car. That's my beater car. That one I've had for like 5 or 6 years. This thing will not die. It's got like 165,000 miles on it, and it will not die. This one is my fun car. This one I actually am branding around my website. So if you go to my website, you're going to see the same type of colors on my website. So there's the campsite up there where we have fun. And I got to watch. Bears come out of there often. So whenever I hear noises, I'm always mindful. So here's a shipment that I got going out already. This is shipment number 1 that I did today. This box here. Those 3 boxes up there. That is another box that I sold some potato chips to, so that's going out. And that's Iris. Hey, Iris. Iris hangs out here with me. She just chills, sitting on the front porch. So, but that's it. I do all this, over $10,000 a month, all right here from my garage. Right here, what I'm calling my mini warehouse. All right here. So if you want to learn more, just visit the website residualhustler.com. I got to get back to work here. I've got a lot of stuff to do, so I will see you guys on the next live or Facebook video or somewhere. I'll see you. Have a good day.